So let's talk about the third pillar of democracy, which is judiciary. The judiciary is an important pillar of democracy. When any constitution has a power lot, then there should be a felicitator that can guard the rights of the citizens. The judiciary does that. It protects the rights of ordinary citizens. Moreover, it is also empowered to uphold the law. It does not favor anyone. The Constitution gives the judges the task of protecting the unconstitutional rights of the people of the country. Indian judicial system was born in the British era itself. The Supreme Court of India is the highest seat of judicial system in India. There is one Supreme Justice and 33 other associate justices. It is a unitary system, unlike that in the US. It is the final court of appeal for Indians. If the appeal for a case is not solved to the betterment of the citizens at any high court of the state, then one can appeal in the Supreme Court. Any law declared by the Supreme Court of India is final and binding on all others. The President dictates the terms of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court also has the power to transfer any case from one high court to another. In recent times, the Supreme Court is taking special interest in matters relating to the commoners. This is the reason why many revolting groups who are not happy with the governance are writing petitions to the Supreme Court. It is the Supreme Court that keeps a check on the legislature and the executive. The fourth pillar of democracy, that is media. In a democratic country or setup like India, the press acts as a bridge between the government and the population at large. Democracy cannot survive without the press. It exercises the basic rights of freedom of speech and expression. The right of the press has been extracted from the US Constitution. Moreover, the media is sort of feedback for the government from the people who are governed. Additionally, the governments also get all the necessary information about the government proceedings from the media. Today, the media also plays a huge role in acting as a watchdog. It also judges and records the misbehavior of politicians and government officials. Thus, the media's role encompasses accountability. It is also a mechanism of communication. The media, along with the judiciary, can act against and the non-competence and fallacies of the government. Article 19, subclause 1, subclause A of the Indian Constitution states that all the citizens have the right to freedom of speech and expression. You can separate the media from the pillars of democracy. Apart from being the source of news, it is also the source of voice of the people. Thus, it is a two-way communicational channel. The media is expected to be important in all its dealings. It also plays the role of suppressing the first three pillars in case they go wrong somewhere. You will find the media as an umbrella term that includes several good news agencies, newspapers, and magazines. You will also find various facts and figures being printed in editorials from time to time. However, the media also has its limitations. It has to be understood that no freedom of expression can be absolute. However, it has to perform the role of checking on the commandments of other three pillars, so the government are not at a loss. If the media takes on its steward's form, it can be very advantageous for the people of the country. The media plays a very important role in making people aware of their rights and duties.